It says that my screen says webinar is now streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, so we're on YouTube.
It says that
yes,
my screen says webinar is now streaming live on YouTube.
It is indeed. Really? Sorry.
Yes, it does say that, yes.
It says that my screen says webinar is now streaming live on YouTube.
All right, so we are live on YouTube.
Yes, it does say that, yes.
It says that my screen says webinar is now streaming live on YouTube.
All right, so we are live on YouTube.
Yes, it does say that, yes. Why keep repeating?
We are we're getting an echo, and I have no idea.
Keep repeating.
Okay.
Do you have your telephone on?
I think that's
Keep
better.
repeating.
Does anyone have a phone on? If you have a
No.
No?
Do you have your telephone on?
Does anyone have a phone on?
Keep repeating.
Does anyone have a... Okay, so let's try this again. We're going to come back.
Who has joined us? Benji's is not.
Much better. Three, two, one. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Anila, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
I'm good. Alhamdulillah, Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak to you as well.
Ramadan Mubarak, my friend.
Hi, Anila, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
I'm good. Alhamdulillah, Ramadan Mubarak. Hi, Anila, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
Ramadan Mubarak.
Good. Alhamdulillah, Ramadan Mubarak.
Good. How are you? Ramadan Mubarak.
Alhamdulillah,
Ramadan Mubarak.
Hi, Anila, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Ramadan Mubarak.
Good. Alhamdulillah, Ramadan Mubarak. Hi, Anila, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Ramadan Mubarak.
Good. What's going on?
Okay, we are live on YouTube. So I see that we're live on YouTube. We're just going to continue. Hello, everybody. I am Anila. I am the president of American Muslim Multi-Faith Women's Empowerment Council. I'm sorry about all these things that are happening, but we're all living and learning. This is a new environment for all of us and connecting people in California. We're all from California, from 3 different places at sort of different time zones as well. Is difficult. So I welcome you to a series of Ramadan cooking in Interfaith kitchens. And today's our first demonstration. It is from a halal kitchen to a kosher kitchen. The 2 sisters that are joining me, one of them is Dinah Frieden. She's our Jewish sister. She's a brilliant cook. I'm a witness of that. And she is going to be sharing some things about how she cooks and kosher cooking. And I have my other sister, a dear friend of mine from a very long time, Rahila Mahmood, who is quite a sensation. My daughter is definitely a fan of her, so follow her on Instagram. I'll share all the details about both my wonderful participants. Let's start with, everyone talks about halal guys, and we have all these halal trucks. What is halal? Halal's become a bit of a sensation. So as Muslims, yes, we're bemused because we follow it from the Jewish tradition. So today our attempt is to bring halal and kosher cooking together and see if we can have some fun, learn some cooking from these amazing chefs that we have, Rahila and Diana, and enjoy a bit of Ramadan. So off to you, Rahila. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing. And then Dinah, you're welcome to ask questions.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much, Anila, for such a sweet introduction. And we love your daughter as well. She's a sweetheart. I'm her fan too. So let's start because we do have little time issue right now. What I did today, I wanted to show you. I made a very yummiest snack because of the iftar we have nowadays. So it's a iftari item. As soon as we open the fast, this is one of the snacks in Pakistan that they use, very popular, and it is from Lahore. But in my city, it's from Government College, College Chowk. College Chowk. All the boys and girls when they get out from their breaks and cafeterias, and they are off from college, they all go to this place and eat this chaat. It is called samosa chaat, a very, very popular place in Rawalpindi, Islamabad. So let me show you what I used. First of all, we need to get these Kawali chana. These are from Kabul, Chana, Afghanistan. These are called garbanzos beans as well. But for this special chart, we cannot use any garbanzo garbanzo beans. We cannot use any teen food. What we can use is these ones, Kabuli Chana. Okay, so what we do, I did soak them for one night, overnight, and they will become like this. Look, they are in size double. And I soaked in a baking soda, not baking powder, 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and see the size became double of them after soaking one night. Then what we did, we boiled them with the same water. We are not going to drain the water. We are going to boil this same water with baking soda, and look the consistency of it. Look, these should be running. It should not be hard at all. It should be running like this. You can see, and it should be smushy. To get the texture, it should be smushy, and it should not be runny. It should not be thick. So I boiled them with 1 tablespoon of lal mirch, red chili powder, and half teaspoon of salt. Make sure your salt is not over the border because we are going to use chaat masala. Chaat masala is a little bit salty. So your salt should be according to your taste and less because we are going to add then masalas in it. So this is ready. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to assemble. Remember, each and every recipe has a technique to it. Everybody can cook, everybody can copy the recipe, but why people says, oh, because if it is from your hands, it's different, it's delicious, because every hand is different. It's not every hand is different. It is a technique of making, how you make. Every recipe has a technique. Until or unless you learn that technique, the things will not come out right. So now the chanas are ready. Let me show you how I'm going to assemble. And assembling is the most important part to enjoy this. I'm going to give you 1 second to see how I pour, and then I'll show you. Eamon, could you please stream now? Here. So this is, we are going to make it chana thal. See how I did it? And immediately we are going to go ahead. This is a beautiful traditional dish of Pakistan. It is called thal. Usually we present all the kind of sweets, chaats, mithaias in this thal. Now this is done. I am going to go ahead and show you something very unique. So since this is very hot right now, right? The trick is that you need to pour the lemon juice on the hot mixture, on the hot chanas. Otherwise, it's not going to work magic. See, I am doing this is the lemon we poured. You can see the bubble it's making because it's hot stuff, and the lemon is oozing, making the beautiful textures of chana and with the runny chana material. I'm going to take this and show you how to finish it up. Okay, even you can go that side. So, ask them if the light is good.
Is the light good?
Yes, it is.
Okay, wonderful. All right. So now what I did, I just poured the lemon. So first of all, there are layering. Layering is very, very important. I'm going to go ahead and put some chana, some chaat masala. Now this lemon juice and chana chaat masala is marrying with each other, getting mingled, getting happy. The next step is very, very important. You don't need to overdo it, okay? First, you need to do little bit onion. And if you are going to do overboard the onion, the taste is going to get ruined. So you just need to sprinkle. Keep in mind, every step is very unique. You exactly has to do this way to get that bazaari look and that the people on the street sell it and you enjoy it so much. Then we are going to go ahead and sprinkle little bit cut green peppers, okay? Green chilies, not peppers, chilies. So look, now the thing is, three things are getting mixed: lemon, onions, green chilies, and they're getting very happy with each other, getting mingles with each other. All the aroma is coming. The last but not the least, what we are going to do, we are going to put some cilantro. It's all about your choice. If you would like, you can put cilantro. If you don't like, it will not make a difference. But yes, tomatoes and green chilies is going to make the difference. But keep in mind, onion should be very less, only sprinkled. If you are going to overboard, because some people like onions too much, the chana is going to get ruined. The second thing, the second step, again, we are going to go ahead and sprinkle some chaat masala. See? And again, I'm going to show you quickly something. Let me get... I will show the ingredients meantime.
Rahina, what's chaat masala? Just for the benefit of the people who are not Desi or South Asian.
Yes, I was going to ask that very same question. I know I have made a masala chicken,
yeah,
but I could.
So we are going to go ahead and pour the lemon juice one more time to get the yummiest state that we are trying to get of that bazaar and the shopping plazas look that people enjoy so much. So this is the first step, right? This first you did, boiled it, put all the layers, then make sure step by step, lemon, then onions, then green chilies, then cilantro, then again that chaat masala. I'm going to let you know what is chaat masala later on, and then the cilantro. The best thing is though, the beautiful thing is we are going to go ahead and put some chutney. Chutney, this is make it with mint, green chilies, coriander, and some cumin seeds. These chutneys are going to be cherry on the cake, okay? Just like that. So these are all amazing chutney. One by one, we are going to pour like this to get the taste. And then we are going to go ahead. This is called our special yogurt made with little bit salt, little bit black pepper, little bit roasted cumin seeds, roasted crushed cumin seeds. And we are going to sprinkle it beautifully like this.
Wow, that looks really good.
It's a picture. It looks like a Picasso painting.
Oh my God. Yeah, thank you so much. I have a Picasso behind this camera. I'm going to show them this painting. This is the one maybe you like more.
No, I love what you're creating. It's just beautiful. Okay. And the system by which you added one layer of seasoning after another, I totally understand the marrying of the different flavors.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So we are done with the yogurt. What we are going to do now, this is a very, very best part that I love. This is called imli. How to pronounce imli, Anila, in English is tamarind. Tamarind. Yeah. Tamarind or something. So this is mixed with
turmeric.
No,
not turmeric. Not turmeric.
Tamarind.
Tamarind.
Oh, tamarind.
So this is called tamarind chutney. Again, it is mixed with sugar, lots of lemon, lots of red crushed pepper. These chutneys are made in other stores. They have bottled it, they sell it. Every store has them, but everything that I am showing you is homemade. So everything I made, this is my homemade imli ki chutney, which is meaty imli ki chutney. So this is, I have to boil it, take out the seeds, then put some sugar in there, boil it again, and this textures will come. And it is so sweet and sour that one bite of anything with it, you are going to love it. All the store has it, or usually the restaurants also sells it. See now this everything is getting mixed Now we have the green chutney, we have the yogurt, we have the turmeric chutney. Now we are the best layer. How they eat it in Pakistan, we are going to sprinkle a little bit more chaat masala to it. See, this is how we are going to do it. And then, okay, this is done. If you would like to eat like this is getting ready to go and you can eat it. But the best part that I love it and how they sell it in my town in Rawalpindi in College Road, what they do, these samosas are homemade samosas, right? I'm going to stick in for the decoration like this. And we are going to eat this chaat with the samosas. That's why it is called samosa chaat. And Lahori samosa chaat it is called. These are the samosas that I made home, but forgive my trying. I was darn busy today with other projects. And these are the called paparis. I made these paparis at home today, only for you to present this chart in a manner. So these papri charts will go like this. And I'll show you how we are going to eat that. I wish I can eat it, but I'm fasting. So
I'm so for you. So delicious. Very moment.
Thank you so.
I can smell this.
Okay, now I'm gonna put the.
I can smell it through the video.
Yes. Amen. Now put the camera on it. Everything on the top. Come see. This is all the papri that goes in. Samosas goes in.
Then basically you could just dip it with broccoli and the crispy things that you have. Little of chana.
Yeah, I just made it at home. In the bazaar, they are not like this. They do not make like this. Let me show you how I do it. So this is this we are going to make it like, you know, you have Doritos or you have crispy chips and all that. You are going to make into this. Okay, I am going to go ahead and put some here. Let me show you how to assemble the chaat. So this is the samosa, and this is chaat. This is the chaat, okay, in the plate. Then I am going to break one samosa on it, like this. Like this, see? And then I am going to have some papri on the top. This is the crunchiest part. Like, you know, you have crunchy part in your chart. This is called papri, which I made it at home. Here, if it is difficult for you here. And then again, I'm going to layer it with little bit dahi, little bit chutneys, and the best chutney that I like, which I cannot pronounce right, I'm so sorry, here. And this is how we will dig in with the samosa. One piece of samosa, one piece of papri, one piece of spoon of chaat, and bon appetit. I wish I can eat it, but I'm fasting. This is called Lahori Bazari Samosa Chana Chaat, the famous snacks of Pakistan in iftar item. People love to have. If they have this on the table, they will grab the first thing after opening the fast.
Thank you, Leela. I'm already hungry. But do you have a chaat masala that we can show our viewers if they can?
Yes. Let me go ahead and give me 1 second. The chaat masala is usually, okay, so this is the samples things, right? And this is how we eat. These were the things that were put in here. Chutneys, this chutney and this chutney. And then these are the papris that I made. See, I can make the bigger papri too. So I can make pieces in the made it at home. And let me go ahead. Eamon, can you show me, Shan? Okay, so this brand, I don't have it today. We all ran out because of the Ramadan. The brand that we usually use is Shan Chaat Masala. Today I use National because that's what I had. And the chef is who, whatever is home available, you can make things out of it, right? You don't have to run to the market and get the things, whatever is available. That's how you become a chef, when you use those things and make out of something good out of it. So this is chaat masala, and it is very yummy, very ready. You can make it. I can send you the recipe. But once we can find it in the market. Then we don't need to do all these, that our grandparents used to do it with the mixture and with the piecing and all that.
All right,
Okay.
Rahila, that was beautiful. A couple of questions. What is a bazaari look? Somebody's asking what is a bazaar. So tell us, where would you find this in Lahore, the city of Lahore, the beautiful history?
Every shopping bazaar like Anarkali, the biggest one is popular. Anarkali is so popular, right? So in Anarkali, in Liberty, in Fortress, everywhere, wherever is the shopping that woman goes out for shop, clothing, eating, every Lahore's food street has this chaat, Lahori chane. It is called Lahori chane, and if you like, I would like Lahori chane with samosa. They will add with the samosa. They serve with the samosa. There are different kind. I like to add samosa, and I call samosa chaat. So it is basically Lahori chane and Lahori samosa chaat. Lahore is very popular region. That's why people call it Lahore. But I have it in my town. Government College has the biggest Lahori chaat samosa place that everybody goes there for the shopping, because we have a shopping area over there. Maybe everybody heard it. It's called Bara. There is Japanese clothes sell. All the women over there student go there and eat. It is called College Road Samosa Chaat.
College Road Samosa Chaat. That's on my list when I go to Lahore next.
Yes, College Road is in Rawalpindi and Lahore is everywhere.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rahila. That was really good. Dinah, do you have any questions for Rahila?
Oh my God, do I have any questions? I have so many questions. What a work of art you presented to us. That is amazing. Most of all, what impressed me is the number of chutneys that you used, and that each one was homemade and each one was made lovingly with your hands, with your own proportions that you felt were the most tasty. The love came through. The love came through. And I think that is what those of us who enjoy cooking, we find that our kitchen is the most important room of the house because everybody congregates. It doesn't matter how beautiful your living room is or how beautiful your sitting room. And yes, we like to go to the garden and sit there as well, but the kitchen is the hub. And you just showed me how long. Please tell me, you made, I counted, I believe 4 different chutneys. And with fresh ingredients.
Exactly. So most difficult was the imli one, the red one. The other than was very simple. One was yogurt. I just whipped the yogurt with salt, with black pepper, roasted cumin seeds. And the green one was with coriander, mint, green peppers. Just grind it with a little bit yogurt and it will become green, beautiful chutney, and squeeze the lemon in it. And the third one was very tricky. You have to boil, take the seeds out, then you grind it, then you put the water, let it boil, then you put lots of brown sugar. The mixture of this turmeric chutney is brown sugar. It is brown sugar, and we have in Pakistan it's called gur. That comes from the cane, raw cane sugar. So we put raw cane sugar and let it boil until the mixture gets thick and yummy and yummiless. Then you pour into all kind of samosa chaats, all kind of fruit chaats, anything you like, whatever you like, because it's sweet and sour and tangy. It hits your taste bud very high.
The other thing that I thought was so interesting was that you took the garbanzo beans, soaked them
overnight,
and cooked them with baking soda and salt. Nothing
exactly.
more.
Nothing more.
And then with the various chutneys, first that you put it in the pan, but then layered the lemon juice and the chutneys, and it all was above, so that when you would dig in, you would taste layer upon layer of flavor. It wasn't
exactly. Yes.
It was,
and that's
it was all distinct flavors.
Exactly. And that's exactly I was telling you. Technique is step by step. Technique is step by step, everything. So let the flavor mingle. Because if you are going to put chaat masala before the lemon, it is not going to work. You have to have the lemon and then chard and then let them mix and mingle and the aroma will come. Then onion. And then these are the techniques that makes things yummy. If you will do with your own mind, throw everything together,
Right.
the taste will not be like that.
So Mike, another question I have is, did you develop this on your own, or is this traditional? This is a recipe.
This is traditional, but believe me, I developed everything my own because I ate it. I went there, I tried, I ate it, and then I made it at home. Voila, I said, okay, this is the same thing.
That's so fun. Isn't that when you taste something and then you go and you experiment in your own kitchen and you go, oh my gosh, this tastes the same way.
Exactly.
Experimentation.
All of my cooking are tipped from here and there. All of my cooking. I mean, I will get one tip from maybe from Anila or from you, and I will make work out of it. That tip with my cooking. So all my life, some tips from my friends, some tips from my mother, some tips that I created it. So these tips, when you include in each your cooking, that makes it amazing. There are so many tips of each and every dish that you learn because recipe is written. Recipes there, recipes out there, you follow the ingredients, but the tips to make extravaganza, delicious, yumminess, the tips makes you cook, makes you chef, that you need to learn by your own instinct.
Well, I can just say that looked absolute. I always say I eat with my eyes. When it doesn't look attractive, it's like, it may still be absolutely delicious. We've all had some flops here and there. Gosh knows, exactly. Whatever it might be, it could be a flop, and then you taste it, you go, it looks not so pretty, but it tastes darn good.
It tastes
yours is a work of art. Let me say, I am honored just to have watched you put this together.
Thank you. I'm honored. I'm honored to share you guys, and I'm honored to share with everybody whoever is going to make it in the month of Ramadan and whoever, and they are going to enjoy it. Just my request is to keep us in their prayer. I'm going to keep you in your prayer. So please, whenever you make it, eat it, remember us and give us dua, so it will be flourishing for everybody.
Of course. And one of the things I love about my relationship with our dear friend Anila is that we bring together diversity. We embrace diversity. We build cultural bridges. And that's what AMWAC is all about. And I'm hoping those of you who are watching will go and take a look at our website and notice that diversity is so important for us.
Exactly. And I appreciate Anila for everything. I'm so sorry to interrupt because maybe I cannot talk further, but let me say I appreciate, and I will watch you guys talking, but I will not be talking because he start his testing right now. He just gave me the heads up. So yeah, Anila, I really appreciate when you bring the communities together. Humanity is the same. Our God is the same. He made us only one purpose, and that purpose is to serve one in each other. So to serve, because God does not need our prayers. He does not need us. He made us each other to serve each other. So this is the motto that I love you for it. And you are not my good friend. You are my social best friend as well. Because what is human for? To work for each other, to benefit for each other, to serve each other. That's why we are on this planet.
Absolutely. Well said, Rahila. And that's why I thought you would be the best person to bring on, because you do that on a daily basis. You bring laughter and smiles on the faces of so many people. So I love you for that, and I thank you. May your son,
Best of luck.
Flying colors, inshallah.
Inshallah. Ameen, ameen, ameen.
Ameen. And so from our halal kitchen, this can be made, the chana and samosa can be made in any vegetarian kitchen. It can be made in any kosher kitchen. It does not have any meat. So people that are on these diets and they don't want to have meat, this is a very wholesome and very tasty meal that you can have. You can make that for dinner and lunch. Actually, the other day I had something like that for dinner, and I was full up. So garbage,
exactly,
right? So we can do that. Now, some people ask me, what is halal cooking? And so in Islam, we are forced to have halal meat. Now, what is halal meat? Back to the tradition of Abraham, that when you slaughter an animal, you pronounce the name of God, Allah. And kosher is like that too. So Muslims are instructed that if you live in a country, a Western country where you don't have Muslim halal shops and you don't have access to halal food, go ahead and have the food of your cousins, the Jewish people. So we can have kosher meat. It's that I think what brings us all together. So from now, I'm going to pass on the halal kitchen over to the kosher kitchen of my dear friend Dinah Frieden. And Dinah, as you talk, please do share some views that the Muslim and the Pakistani community in particular has to learn and love.
Thank you so much. And oh my gosh, what a treat that was to watch that beautiful, beautiful meal being created. It was absolutely as if we were watching an artist at work. It truly was a treat. So I can't thank you enough. What's interesting, another interesting point of what we just saw is that, just as Anita said, that is accepted in any kitchen that has some restriction, unless you have some allergies, but the fact that it's all vegetables. So that is according to the Jewish kosher or what's called kashrut. Those are the guidelines for kosher. Vegetables are all acceptable, and you can put your vegetables with your with your meat, or you can put it just by itself. I find that in the culture that we have today, we have so many people who are vegetarians or vegans that the only thing that brought a little bit of thought that some might not be comfortable with was the yogurt. So the vegans will not eat the yogurt.
Okay.
But now in kosher, because vegans won't eat anything that came from an animal, and
Okay.
so so the yogurt still is from an animal, even though it's a culture. But for the kosher laws, these are so similar. They're so similar to your laws. In fact, when I was preparing a meal for Anila's family celebration a few years ago, her son was getting married and they had all this company. I said, oh, Anila, let me make a meal and bring it over. So I think they were a little nervous because here's this Jewish woman bringing over a meal for this traditional Pakistani family. And I said, don't worry, I've eaten enough meals there that I had a taste for the flavors. It's like you test around. So the one thing that I was told was get kosher chicken, because I was making a chicken with a sauce chicken masala. Is that the name, Anila? Okay. And you know, in the recipe that I looked up, because I did a lot of research, they said to use the seasoning for masala that you could buy at the store. And so when I put that into the mixture with the tomatoes and the other ingredients, I'm tasting it and I'm thinking, this does not taste like what I know it should be. So I did further research and found out what the ingredients were, and I made my own masala, and boom, all of a sudden, all the flavors sprang forth. So that's the difference between someone who creates their own sauces. So here, as we saw these beautiful chutneys made, and the one from the package, I promise you, did not have the taste of love that we saw from this spectacular chef. Someone once said to me, what you taste is the love. That's tasted in the recipe. In terms of kosher, our guidelines are really quite similar to halal. The exceptions are that we do eat we eat fish, you eat all fish, but we only eat fish that has fins and scales, so that shellfish are not considered acceptable. And that word is trife. It's trife, and so they don't eat it. We also do not eat pork. So that the guideline with the meat is that anything that is from a cloven foot animal and a cud chewing animal is acceptable, and the pig does not qualify there. So that's about the difference. And once vegetarian, it can go with everything. You cannot mix milk with your meat. So any dairy product cannot be eaten in the same meal. And you're supposed to actually wait several hours. But you know what? In the tradition, every rabbi, every village, the guideline. So it's a matter of interpretation, which person wants to interpret it in different ways. And you know what? That's the beauty of religion. And it's just as we were seeing earlier, everyone puts in their own flavors, their own ingredients, and that's what makes it so very special. And that's our kosher kitchen here.
And you know, it sounds very similar, Dinah, and we'll talk about our iftar at the Temple Bat Yam a little bit, and the choice of ingredients and the recipes that we all learned. It was just so wonderful to learn about kosher cooking and the reasons why. I'm just gonna ask Rahila has to go, so Rahila.
Thank you for joining. Thank you so very much. I love you guys. And thank you, Tina. You explained really good. I know these kosher meals, dairy meals, because I used to work for the airlines, and airlines do divide all these meals with the kosher, with diabetic, with LASIK, with everything. And when you were talking, all the abbreviation was popping on my head, because we have to remember all the abbreviation of all the meals. Thank you so very much. It was lovely meeting to you. Thank you, Anila, for this chance to share my kitchen to you and to the public that watching us now. Again, keep us in your duas, in our duas. Love you all. Have a good luck.
Love you.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks
you so very much.
Taking the time and sharing your kitchen and your.
Thank you. My pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Dinah, off to you.
Yes. Well, in any kitchen, whether it be kosher or not, I think the people who do the cooking do it for the love of those who come into their home. And we were speaking earlier about how the kitchen is the center of the home. And those of us who just love to cook, love as we're giving our guests something. It's our gift to you to come into our home and feel comfortable, and that's the love we share. So part of it, I want to share a couple of the tools that I enjoy working with, just because I think that it's a tip for anybody. I have a very dear friend who really doesn't enjoy cooking, but you know what? She'll buy the food from a restaurant or a grocery store. She'll put it on a beautiful plate, and voila, she makes a beautiful party. So one of the things that I find work just so well, now I'm going to just take this with me over and show you what I have assembled, just a few over here. And let's see if this works. So behind me, let's see. I find that all these white dishes always make everything look so crisp. They come in different shapes and sizes. You know, here's oval, smaller rectangle, big rectangle, covered casseroles. And you know, you can get them for not that much money. And what it does is give you a very clean, polished look. For myself, I happen to be a person who loves blue. Perhaps you can see a little bit. And I know that in your culture as well. So you know what? You pick up a few colorful plates, and you put a salad or something, a meat, a fish, pasta on colorful plates, and it just is so colorful and festive. Again, I love blue, so I have this collection of, these are called depression glass plates. And you know, well, this isn't a plate, but a dish. When you put the blue on the white, it's so crisp and clean. And while I could show you many, I just know from my experience at Anila's house that the Pakistani community loves blue just as you. It makes it easy for me to show you some of the things I truly. So I think that that's important to keep in mind for anyone who's creating a meal for others to share with them, is that make it fun, make it colorful. Even if you're using paper, they have wonderful paper items now. In fact, they have this plastic that looks like china. It looks terrific. You mentioned, Anila, the iftar. Oh my gosh, the iftar we've had for, I think is it 2 years, or we did 2 or 3?
This is our fourth year.
This would have been the 4th. And they got better and better, and over 200 people coming to share, and how fun it was to marry the Pakistani traditional foods with the restrictions of the dietary laws, because certainly in a synagogue, we had to follow that. So there would be no chicken fish because we needed to stay within the kosher guidelines. The variety of wonderful Pakistani flavors was just a gift unto itself, just as the earlier recipe was. Truly was a Picasso painting. I mean, I don't think Picasso could have done it.
It was really well done. I think it looked very authentic for someone I'm a bit of a food street person. Whichever country I travel to, I'll go to the food street. I would rather eat at a local authentic restaurant where people are eating, or in the case of Pakistan and Lahore and Karachi, I like to eat food that is really on the streets, because that is the best food. And Rahila did really like, it just reminds me of back home, going to Pakistan and enjoying the foods of Ramadan are just unbelievable over there. So we just try to emulate them, but indeed, she did a good job. So Dinah, you have a website as well. Can you tell me about it? Because when I looked at it, I was amazed to see how creative you are. I mean, I do eat your food, and I've enjoyed it, and you're like my dear sister who give me nourishing food when I'm sick, and I love you for that. But I didn't know that you have this beautiful website. Can you talk about your passion for cooking and your recipes?
Oh, you're so sweet. It's so funny because just all of us like to get people together. People share this and they say, tell me about your recipe. Just like what we just heard. I have to believe how difficult it would have been to make 4 different chutneys for one pot. Now talk about making several items for the meal. So what happened over time was people said to me, oh, would you do this recipe and that recipe? And then as well, it was my daughter 2, Carrie, who said to me one day, Mom, why don't you make a cookbook? And I thought, oh, okay. And I go back even a little bit before that, because my oldest daughter, Jamie, was living abroad in Spain. She had a wonderful situation where I think there were 5 people living in the apartment, and every night somebody had to make the main course. And in Spain and in many countries, but it wasn't here.
Exactly. And I appreciate I'm so so sorry to interrupt because maybe I cannot talk further, but let me say I appreciate, and I will watch you guys talking, but I will not be talking because he start his testing right now. He just gave me the heads up. So yeah, Anila, I really appreciate when you bring the communities together. Humanity is the same. Our God is the same. He made us only one purpose, and that purpose is to serve each other. So to serve, because God does not need our prayers. He does not need us. He made us each other to serve each other. So this is the motto that I love you for it. And you are not my good friend. You are my social best friend as well. Because what is human for? To work for each other, to benefit for each other, to serve each other. That's why we are on this planet.
Thank you,
Well said, Rahila. And that's why I thought you would be the best person to bring on, because you do that on a daily basis. You bring laughter and smiles on the faces of so many people. So I love you for that, and I thank you. May your son, best of luck. Colors, inshallah. 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 Ameen. 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 And so from a halal kitchen, this can be made, the chana and samosa can be made in any vegetarian kitchen. It can be made in any kosher kitchen. It does not have any meat. So people that are on these diets and they don't want to have meat, this is a... Hello.
Okay, I think there was some repeat, Rahila. I'm gonna ask you to go on and it's back to Dinah. Can you tell us again, Rahila, can you put yourself on mute, please? There you go. Okay, Dinah, so...
Back to my inspiration, which was my daughter who was living in Spain and needed to make a meal once a week. And every day, every week, it could have been on Monday, I'd get an email. Mom, what do I make for dinner? Keep in mind, they didn't have an oven. All she had was a stove. And we had to create a family style meal. So I would come up with these recipes, I would write books, and I would have these emails. This is from like over 20 years ago. So I had those as the basis when my second daughter said, please, let's put this into a book. And then, so I did that initially. And then as time went on, of course, technology came along, and the next was to put it onto the internet. So that took a bit of creativity. And it really is just to share amongst friends and who wants to see. So we, every so often when we make something that is particularly colorful or pretty, we take a picture and put the recipe on. Now, I have to say, because technology has changed, I have not put in some of my more recent recipes, which are a little bit more, a lot more vegetables, because my son is he started vegetarian about a few years ago, and now he's a vegan. And so that has a new level, a new level of interest for me. So I've had to catch up in the way our whole society, the benefit of that, if you're keeping kosher, is that a vegan meal is acceptable, because veganism is absolutely perfect for the kosher kitchen. One more thing to remember is that in Israel, the amount of vegetables is spectacular. And what they can do, we can all learn from these really incredible chefs. And I think that's true of the Pakistani community, because your area to India with the spices, I did not grow up with. It's something I've learned along the way. And that's the beauty, going back to culture and bridging cultures, and what AMWAC is all about. And I hope people will go and look at our website and see as perhaps consider joining, making a contribution to our many efforts in the community, because AMWEC is doing wonderful things to build cultural just because we are all together.
Diana, you mentioned something about the fruits and vegetables and the quality of those in Israel. When I traveled with Olive Tree Initiative and I was in Israel for 3 weeks, I could not stop eating salads and enjoying the fruits and vegetables because I just thought the taste was far superior than any I have had. And I do like to travel. I like to travel around the world and eat, of course. And I came back and I thought I was a little crazy. Then I was in Pakistan and I met this aunt of mine, and she told me, yes, I went to Israel and the fruits and the vegetables and the taste and the smell, it is just out of the ordinary. So something for us to think about. When we travel, make sure that we keep Israel in mind for the food, because it definitely was out of, I don't quite taste that the same kind of salads here. And now that you have mentioned AMWEC, if you're watching and if you like what we're doing, I'm going to show you Dinah's website, and you can go there. And let me quickly show you that. Dinah's Kitchen. Dinah, are you able to see it?
I don't see.
Okay, so I'm just quickly going to share screen and then back there and show your, are you able to see it now?
It's not showing on my screen. This is where technology leaves me, my dear friend.
Oh, I got it. No, it's technology. We're all learning it. Now do you?
There it is.
All right. So this is Dinah's website, and she has her favorite recipes, and you can take my word for it. She is a very good cook. And my family and I have loved her cooking and enjoyed it. A lot of times when we have Pakistani gatherings or we have Ramadan gatherings, she will bring something or the other made with love from her kosher kitchen. It'll be straight into a halal kitchen, and we will eat it gladly and happily with love. So if you actually go there and you see the recipes that Dinah has, they're quite professional. So this is one of them, and I'm gonna share the website with you so that you can see. Dinah, if you'd like to say something about the pictures that are coming up, please go ahead.
Sure. Oh, this is an apple tart, which of course everybody loves an apple pie. This is also an apple tart. This is the tart, this is the pie. This is honestly macaroni and cheese with 3 different cheeses. Of course, our turkey at Thanksgiving. A big shortbread tart. You cut it up. This is cabbage slaw, which is great vegetarian. Pumpkin pie, what could be better in the fall? And pumpkin muffins. And this is in the is a mango salsa, which is wonderful, wonderful. Guacamole chips, who doesn't that? And of course, grilled vegetables. When we talk about it, true taste of vegetables. And this is gazpacho, so refreshing, and that is a raspberry sorbet. Looks a little icy good on a hot day. That picture is coming up quite perfect, but cucumbers. These are little cakes. There's a nut tort, which I recommend everyone try. It is so very delicious. And of course, many more on that site. And tell everyone, give them a try.
That's wonderful. I'm going to share these gorgeous recipes and the website on all our AMWEC pages, and then on YouTube as well. And definitely with my daughter, who's just got into cooking, and because of stay-at-home orders in San Francisco, she's quite a chef. So she's going to try out some of these, and I'm sure as everyone else is. What I want to make sure is that my Muslim friends who are watching, you know that this is all kosher cooking, is all, it's like halal cooking. So you can, there's no pork in it, there's no ham in it. So you can easily make it in your halal kitchen. One last thing, I want to share something. Please go on to our AMWEC page, which is amwec.org. And if you just Google AMWEC, I know it's going to take a minute, but I'm asking all of you, please pull out your cell phone, pull out your computer, go on to Google and Google us. If you like what we're doing, if you believe that we're doing the right thing, bringing people together, please go onto our website and yes, sign our manifesto. If you believe that we are one human race, that we are united, and that this America brings us all together, this beautiful country gives us all equality and allows us to pray whichever way we want to and be whoever we want to, please sign our manifesto and tell us that you like what we're doing. That's what we need to hear. And in your comments, don't hesitate to tell us what events you like best and what can we do that you think is a great idea to bring people together. So back to Dinah.
This was just a wonderful opportunity to share kitchen ideas. Another person loves the kitchen. And of course, I support anything that AMWEC does. It's been an honor for me to sit on the board, to be our the M is, there's double M because it's a multi-faith women empowerment council, and I am the multi-faith.
You are the multi-faith and we are inclusive. So don't hesitate to reach out and tell us that you would like to join us and help us spread the word of love. We simply are all about building bridges so that we all feel like one human race. And if anything has been taught to us by this COVID, is that COVID does not discriminate, and neither should we. We should all enjoy each other's cultures and bring what's similar. And the differences are there and they can stay there. But whatever we have in common, that's how we should move forward. So please sign the manifesto and let us know how we're doing as well.
And thank you for spending this time with us. It has been a joy to participate. I hope we'll thank you.
Thank you. From our halal kitchen to your kosher kitchen. Next week, join us at the same time. We're going to be doing from a halal kitchen to a Greek Orthodox kitchen with one of our other board members, Anastasia Selberis. She's Greek American and she's going to see how she can share her recipes. And we're going to have one of our board members, Sabahat Aziz, who's going to be sharing something that she makes and loves making during Ramadan. So stay tuned, follow us, and like our page, American Muslim Multi-Faith Women's Empowerment Council, and lovingly known as AMWEC. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Diana, for giving us the time and giving us a tour of your kitchen. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.